Hi guys, welcome to Algorithms Made Easy. In this video, we'll see the question 3 sum with multiplicity. Given an array and an integer target, return the number of tuples such that the indexes I is less than j less than k and the sum of the numbers at these indexes is equal to target. The answer may be very large and so we need to return a modulo of 10 raised to 9 plus 7. So for the example 1, we can see that from this particular array, if we want to find the combination that gives us a target of 8, we can say that 1, 2 and 5 occurs 8 times, that is 1, 2 and 5, and then you can say 1, 2. So all the combinations when you consider for 1, 2 and 5, it would be giving us 8 combinations. Similarly, for this there are 8 combinations, then 2 combinations for this particular set, and this particular set has 2 combinations. So total is 20 and so the answer is 20. Similarly for example 2. Now the constraints with this question are that the numbers would range from 0 to 100 and the target would be between 0 to 300 and the length of array could range from 3 to 3000. So the main constraint over here that we have is this, and we'll see further in the video how we can use this particular constraint in our question to reduce the time complexity of this particular problem. So the basic brute force approach over here would be by using 3 pointers. First is fixing a pointer, that is I, on an index, then fixing j on an index and finding whether we can get a k. And then we can move our ijk accordingly. So let's just write a brute force solution and then we'll see a more optimized solution of it. The first and the foremost thing is taking the mod value, which is, so this is 10 raised to 9 plus 7, and we also need a result. Let's take it long in order to prevent from integer overflow, and now we'll need 2 for loops. In this for loop, let's take an integer, that is k, and that would be target minus I minus the jth value. And now this is the value that we need to find in our array. So let's take a count array that will be of length 101 because we can have total numbers from 0 to 100. And over here we would also need to add the number in the count array. So count of array of j plus plus, this would add the number in my count array. In this for loop, I need to check whether I am getting that particular k value in my array or not. So for that, I need to check whether my k is in my bound. So whether k is greater than equal to 0 and k is less than equal to 100 and the count of k is greater than 0. That means I have some value which is equal to this k value in my array. In that case, my result would become result plus count of k, and since we are needed to do a mod, we'll do result equals to result mod, the mod value. So that's it. This would add all the combinations in the result and finally I can just return the result. But since this isn't long, I need to convert it into int before returning it. So that's all. Let's try to run this and hopefully we don't have any errors and it's giving a perfect result. Let's submit this and it got submitted. So the time complexity over here would be O of n square as we are using 2 loops which are going from 0 to length of the array. So now how do we reduce this time complexity? Let's see what are the cases that we have for this particular question. So let's see that with an example. So now as we know, we are given 3 constraints, that the length of the array is between 3 and 3000. The numbers are from 0 to 100 and the target is from 0 to 300. The most important part is this one, as we used it in our brute force approach also. Now, what do we need to find? We need to find all the combinations of the number such that the sum of those numbers is equivalent to the target that is given to us. And so, we can use the occurrences of that number to find the combinations. We do not have to iterate over all the numbers all the times. So what we are going to do over here is, we'll take a count array that is of size 101 to store the count of occurrences of each number in the array. So that would be our count array. Next, we need to loop on this particular count array for I and j and find if there exists a k such that the value of k is equal to target minus I minus j, and that also whether my k is in the range of 0 to 100 or not. So that count would be used. Now how do we use these counts to find the combinations? So over here we can have three cases. The first one would be when I is equal to j equal to k. For example, I am having an array that is having numbers say 2, 2, 2, 2. That is 4 2s, and I need to make 6 out of it. So in that case, I'll be using all the 2s. My count array will have 4 in place of second index. So in that case, my formula would be, I have a count of n and I need to create a set that has 3 numbers. So the formula for that is given by n factorial divided by k factorial, wherein k for us over here is 3 because we have all the 3 numbers that are equal. So 3 factorial into n minus k factorial. So over here we have n minus 3. If you simplify this formula, you will get n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 6, because this gets cancelled out. So that is the formula that we will use whenever we get a number such that the I is equal to j is equal to k. Now second case is only 2 numbers are equal. So instead of k being 3, my k becomes 2, and then I need to also multiply it with the count for the number that is distinct. Over here k is distinct, so we need to multiply it by count of k. So this would give me n factorial by 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial, this whole multiplied by the count of k. And if you simplify this, you will get n into n minus 1 by 2 multiplied by c of k, because this gets cancelled out. Now what would be the third one, the third case? Simple, all the numbers are distinct. So I is less than j is less than k. In that case, instead of having this formula, we'll have c of I multiplied by c of j multiplied by c of k. So these are the 3 cases that we need to take into account to formulate the answer for this improvised solution. So let's go ahead and write the code for this. So the first thing over here is also the mod, and the second thing is result. So let's take a long result, and the third thing is the count array. So let's take that also as a long, and now we need to fill this array. So we'll iterate over each integer in my array and add it in the count. After that, I need to iterate over this count array. So I'll do int I equal to 0, I less than equal to 100, I plus plus, and my j would go from j equal to I, j less than equal to 100, and j plus plus. Inside here we'll take a variable k that would be the one that we are finding out. So that would be target minus I minus j. Now the first thing is we write the edge case, whether my k is less than 0 or if my k is greater than 100, then I simply need to continue with the next iteration. If this is not the case, then we'll write our cases. So if my I is equal to j and my j is equal to k, in that case I'll use the first formula that we got. So that is the first formula, c of I multiplied by I minus 1 into I minus 2 divided by 6. Otherwise, if my I is equal to j but my j is not equal to k, I'll use my second formula, which is given by, so this is c of I multiplied by c of I minus 1 divided by 2 whole multiplied by c of k. Otherwise, if my I is less than j and my j is less than k, in that case my result would be the third formula, which is c of I multiplied by c of j multiplied by c of k. So that's done with this for loops, and finally we can return the result mod my mod, and that would be an integer result that I need to return. And that's it. Let's try to run this code. Hopefully there are no errors, and there it goes. Let's submit this, and it got submitted. So the time complexity, as you can see over here, is O of n, and this is O of 100 into 100. So it would be O of n plus 100 into 100, and the space complexity is O of 100. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in another one. So till then, keep learning, keep coding.